All right, folks, it's a beautiful day at the old ballpark. So put your mustard on that dog, grab that bag of peanuts, sip that cold one, and let's meet our Tiger of the Day.
Today's Tiger of the Day is Sparky Anderson. He is represented by a 1983 Donruss base card number 533, has a on-card auto slab by stats grading. If you're a Detroit Tigers fan, there are certain names that feel like they're stitched into the fabric of the franchise, including the 1984 team. And right in the middle of that, Mount Rushmore is the manager who helped turn Detroit into the center of the baseball world, George Sparky Anderson. Today we're focusing on Sparky's time with the Detroit Tigers, the era where he didn't just manage a team, he shaped an identity. The Tigers hired Sparky Anderson in June of 1979, bringing in a man who already had a championship pedigree and a reputation for leadership. But Sparky didn't show up in Detroit acting like he was there for a retirement tour. He showed up like he had a mission. Early on, he made a promise that sounded almost reckless. He believed the Tigers would be a pennant winner within 5 years. In Detroit, bold predictions can get you laughed out of town, unless you're right. Sparky's magic wasn't just strategy on a chalkboard, it was people. He had a way of connecting to players while still demanding standards. He could be warm, but he wasn't soft. He believed in roles, preparation, and a clubhouse that didn't beat itself. And he wasn't afraid to make tough calls, especially with pitchers. Sparky became famous for managing aggressively, pushing the right buttons, and trusting relievers in big moments. If you were rolling, he rode you. If you didn't have it, he moved fast. Through the early 1980s, Detroit steadily climbed. The foundation was being poured. Roster depth, young talent, and a manager who believed the Tigers should expect to win. Then came the year that Tigers fans still talk about like it was yesterday. The 1984 Detroit Tigers were a runaway train. They finished the regular season 104-58, and Sparky Anderson's name sits right there as manager for that historic record. In the postseason, Detroit swept the Kansas City Royals in the ALCS, then took down the San Diego Padres in 5 games to win the World Series. That title wasn't just a trophy. It made Sparky a baseball original. He became the first manager to win a World Series in both leagues, adding Detroit's championship to the ones he won previously in Cincinnati. And in Detroit, that mattered, because it validated something Tigers fans always want to believe, that when the city commits, when the team commits, it can be the best in the world. Sustaining greatness is harder than reaching it once, and Sparky's Tigers kept fighting to stay at the top of the American League. The most electric what-if season after the championship might be 1987. The 1987 Tigers didn't just win, they stormed back. Detroit finished 98-64, the best record in Major League Baseball, and won the AL East on the season's final day. They ultimately lost in the ALCS to the Minnesota Twins, but that season proved something important. Sparky wasn't a one-hit wonder in Detroit. His teams could reload, adapt, and contend again. Sparky managed the Tigers from 1979 through 1995, a 17-season run that produced a franchise record 1,331 wins. That's longevity and winning, a rare combo in any era. Later, the Tigers honored him the way legends get honored in Detroit. They retired Sparky Anderson's number 11 on June 26, 2011. And here's something that says a lot about who he was beyond the dugout. In 1987, Sparky helped create Catch, partnering with Henry Ford to support pediatric care, using sports and community to help seriously ill kids and their families. That's the part of his legacy that doesn't show up in standings, but it lasts just as long. Sparky Anderson didn't just manage a baseball team in Detroit. He helped build the Tigers' modern identity. Smart, tough, prepared, and unafraid of the moment. And whenever Tigers fans replay 1984 in their minds, the dominance, the confidence, the city feeling like the center of the universe, Sparky's right there, at the front of it all. If you like this deep dive into Sparky Anderson's Tigers legacy, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment with the next Tigers name you want me to cover.